Hey, party people. Um, I am literally a week away. I'm leaving. Today's Saturday. I'm leaving Sunday, next Sunday, for Wyoming. Um, Mother's Day. I'm leaving on Mother's Day. Um, hmm, I do feel kind of sad about that. I'm leaving at 5 a.m. and unless my baby boy is taking me to the um, airport, I won't get to spend any time with him. I'm not sure if he's going to come and take me to the airport. He might. He might have to because today, unfortunately, my car died. So I'm going to have to either make a move in the next week and maybe get the wheels rolling because, nowadays with everything that's going on with COVID, inventory is like 2 weeks out. So it may be smart for me to I am buying a new car. So maybe by the time I get back, it will be here. Um, so what's going on? I'm packed. I think I said that the last time, but I really truly am completely packed. I think the only thing I can think of, I'm waiting for mud water. I'm waiting for mud water. There is no coffee provided by Knowles. This is what I was told at orientation. There was some really nice person on the call. I don't know anything about the people that I'll be hanging out with at all, but I do know that someone put in the chat on the Zoom that they would be bringing coffee. I'll probably bring some instant coffee, and the thing is that every time you want to make coffee, you got to make a fire, and I don't know how often we will be getting up early. I assume that we'll need breakfast, so we'll make a fire in the morning. So we'll have hot water, we'll have oatmeal, we'll have whatever else it is that we're eating. I know when they asked us about the menu, Pete, they were like, it was like super carbohydrates. And I was like, oh man, I never hardly eat carbs. I'm always on somebody's semblance of a diet, and it's always keto and high protein and low carb and blah, 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 blah. And, so I heard, rice and quinoa and oatmeal, and I'm like, yum. And then I saw the video where they were making like this chocolate thing in the cast iron pan. So it's got to be stuff that, keeps your energy way, way up there. So you can't be all like, in ketosis and you're like, or intermittent fasting or fasting and you're like halfway, you have no energy. So I did, as far as food stuff is concerned, I bought the packets of the individual servings of mud water, which is like, I guess people are drinking mud water as an alternative to coffee. I don't know. I haven't had it yet, but I've seen that written. And it's like mushrooms, cordyceps, reishi, whatever the other legal mushrooms are. It's certainly not, what do you call those? They're not psychedelics. So yeah, that's a subject for another time. It's not psilocybin. That'd be nice. That'd be interesting. But that's not what this is. Anyway, so I have that. I'll bring Splenda because I've got energy. I've got Element, LMNT, for my water. I also probably will bring maybe some snake juice packages. Shout out to Cole Robinson and the snake juice diet, which I need to get on again. But I do love snake juice. If you don't know what that is, look up Cole Robinson and the snake juice diet. So I'll have some of that, which is just minerals. It's potassium, sodium, and magnesium. So, cramps, dehydration. I don't know what the water supply is going to be like out there. I'm not sure that we will have a lot of watering holes, and we'll have definitely like purification pills and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know how often we will be able to refill. Of course, we'll have to make sure that the horses have water, and I'm sure we aren't going to be able to carry enough water for 2 weeks for 10 people and 16 horses. So we have to find watering holes. But either way, when we find watering holes, I will be maximizing my hydration with all of these different things. as far as snacks are concerned, I think they said that we would have bars and trail mix, and I think that we will be okay. Like, I'm not going to be starving. I'm not going to be fasting, and I'm not going to be starving. So I'm not too worried about it. But as far as gear is concerned, I believe that I have the things that I need. I think I weighed my suitcase with all my stuff in it, and it was way under the 60-pound limit. I'm barely at half. So do I want to take more stuff? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a 14-day trip, but the first 3-4 days are at the ranch. So there's even though I think that we will be sleeping outside there, I think that there are amenities there. There's plumbing, right? Like, if I needed to, I could wash something out if I needed to. So I don't think I need 14-day supplies of anything. I need 10 days of supplies. But, like things like, okay, so let's say it's like really, really cold at night, really, really hot during the day. You're still going to be like dealing with layers, 3 shirts, right? Like, how bad, like in 10 days, you could do, a t-shirt, maybe 2 bras, a thermal shirt, jacket, 2 thermal shirts, a jacket, maybe 2 t-shirts. And that's enough. Like, I'm not going to take a new shirt for every single day, right? You're roughing it. You're wearing and re-wearing some of the same things. So I think that at the most, I'll have 3 outfits, 3 tops and bottoms, and it just be like interchangeable. At some point, I feel like I read once somewhere that there was an opportunity for laundry on the trail. I don't know. Maybe that was a slip up. I feel like I read it somewhere. Maybe it's a surprise, and I don't know. I don't know what, because it just feels like we're going to be remote out in the boonies, and no one's going to know where we are, or we're not going to, I'm sure they know the trail, but there's no facility, at least they're not saying that. And why would they, right? This is part of the adventure. So we're just going to be thinking that we're as remote, and then all of a sudden we're going to come across the Gaylord Convention Center in the middle of nowhere. So we'll see. I know one thing. I know I'm not bringing any makeup. I know I'm not bringing any jewelry. I know I'm not bringing any real amenities. Like, I don't even want to be bothered. I'm definitely not getting like eyelashes. I have not had my nails done. I will probably take this polish off my toes, or maybe not. Maybe I'll repaint my toes, but nothing super like high maintenance. My travel buddy mentioned eyebrows. They're just going to be I'm not even I have on a wig right now. This wig will not be going with me to Wyoming. I am going completely bald, and I am expecting there to be a serious download from my head, from the cosmos, to my bald ass head, and that will be just part of the healing and part of the renewal, and sun and moon, just dropping all kinds of like otherworldly wisdom. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about really seriously going off the grid. No phone. I'll have this. This is my watch that I got from Amazon. The Amazon's answer to the Fitbit, the Amazfit. I might have talked about it a little bit in a previous video. Do I think it's a great watch? No. Does it have an 18-day battery? Yes. So there we go. And that's why I got it. No alcohol, no other kind of inebriants. Is that a word? Inebriants. So, human connection, meditation, conversation, connection, and rest. Rest. My goal is to really connect with people, the environment, the animals, Pachamama, the earth, the moon, the stars, the expanse. Every now and then I get a real overwhelming sense of how much outside there really, really will be. Like I walk in my backyard, I see trees in my backyard, and it's really beautiful. I love anything to do with nature, but I'm home. If it starts pouring and the elements just go wild right now, I'm in a house. We're going to be out there, out in the middle of nowhere. And, I told the story of when I first saw the Swiss Alps, and I was just like, oh my God, what is that? Is that like, I had like a spiritual experience. Like the mountain felt like God, how big it was. And so now and I've been to the Badlands before. We're going to be in the Badlands. I've been to the Badlands because I've been to South Dakota. And that was really unbelievably, and there were wild horses there. So I have been very close to wild horses. And this is another opportunity to see wild horses. And I'm sure I've repeated this, but the thing that's crazy about wild horses is that wild horses will try to steal your horse. That's what makes them wild. Wow. You wild, child. You wild. They will come, and if your horse is tied up at your camp, they will be like, come on. Yeah, I did talk about this because I talked about how conflicted I am about that, because it makes me think of Harriet Tubman. It makes me think of anything in captivity. I have some kind of I never thought about this before until this opportunity came along. But I mean, that whole thing about slaves not wanting to, the enslaved, not wanting to leave out of fear of what, the Underground Railroad and the systems that they use to get north, the trails, just them being so dangerous, and, and they were being chased by the overseers with dogs, and, gangs and roving people, and all kinds of marauders were on the path. And so, they were or some of them were just very brainwashed to believe that they had a better life in slavery and on the plantation with the master. They were in the house. They were nice and warm, and they were like, hell no, I'm not going to sleep and have to walk 1,600 miles up what is now known as the Appalachian Trail. So anyway, that's a great segue. I am reading Spring Washam's book about Harriet Tubman now, and seeing Harriet as a spiritual guide, and maybe even as a deity to some degree, not necessarily to be worshipped, but certainly to be revered as, a spiritual mother who did so much and thought so much and fought so hard for freedom, and and bore so much. That travel, that type of travel, the elements and the animals and the poisons and the dangers from men. I think about that, and I draw strength from that, and I dedicate my trip to her spirit. I would like to have some of her spirit with me as I endure. I also think about my mom and how proud my mom would be right now of me doing something so weird. She would say, yes, Jennifer, this is definitely for you. And because she knows that she raised a child that has a very adventurous spirit. So I'm ready. They can open the door and let me in when they're ready, because I am ready. I'm ready for my horse. I'm super excited about meeting my horse. Yeah, I'm super excited about meeting my horse. This dog, I keep saying, I have said that a few times. Something about horses do remind me of dogs, which I think is what puts me at ease, since I have such a big dog. Where's my dog? Patton. Look how big my dog is, then you'll know why I'm not afraid of horses. Because look at my doggy. Come here. Oh my God, look how big he is. What are you doing? Don't eat my apple. Hi. 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 So you can see what a big puppy I have. So I'm not going to be afraid of horses, although he's not as big as a horse. But something about horses reminds me of dogs. All right, well, I'm way over my limit. I've been trying to keep these under 10 minutes. So I see that I'm at 15. I'll come back and make another video when I'll make a few videos this week. Some things that are going on this week. I'm doing an ice plunge, probably 3 days this week, just getting my body ready, getting the inflammation down. Gonna definitely do a dry fast. Maybe, hopefully, if I have time, I'll throw in a 36-hour, water fast, making sure I get my minerals, definitely keeping the vitamins, sea moss, all the things up this week. Exercise, yoga, stretching, sleep. Just getting as much love and affection before I go. Okay, that's about it. All right.